Hello and welcome back to my channel. I have 3 trash to treasure DIYs for you today. I really think that you guys are going to enjoy watching these, and I saved the best for last, but let's go ahead and start with DIY number 1. You're going to need 3 blocks of wood. My fiance actually brought these from his job site, so that's how I acquired these. And I'm just going to give these a sanding, and I broke my nail. Like pretty much immediately. So yeah, so then I just continued to sand, and I did just want to point out the fact that I did a poll for you guys, and kitchen DIYs and trash to treasure one, so why not combine the two and do a kitchen trash to treasure DIY combo. Alright, so I'm just going to paint all 3 of my blocks with Ivory by Waverly chalk paint, and tell you guys, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't, hit that thumbs up, comment down below letting me know which is your favorite DIY out of the 3, and share on all your social medias and to your friends and family. Alright guys, so you're going to need a pencil, and then after you've gotten the lettering that you want, I got mine from Pinterest, you're just going to shade the back of it with a pencil and then turn it over and place it where you need it, and then just stencil on top of the letter. So I actually cut mine out so that I can make sure my letters were perfectly aligned, and like I said, you can check Pinterest to find some good letters or Google, and I just laid a piece of paper on top of my tablet and copied the letters like that. Alright, so now that I have my letters copied onto the block of wood, I wanted to show you guys how good this looked on the back where I painted it. I just love old wood. I don't know. Alright, so I'm taking ink by Waverly, and I'm just going to paint on over the letters, and I'll be back. Alright, so now that I have my stencils done, I'm going to wrap some jute around the top. All I did was put a little glob of glue and wrap it around several times, and use a little bit more hot glue to secure that, and then cut off the extra. And then I will do the exact same thing to the bottom. So I'll let you guys watch, and I'll be back. So this is how DIY number 1 turned out. I think it is absolutely beautiful. I love the skinny letters. It looks so redone and so cute. Alright guys, this is DIY number 2, and I am so in love with this saying. This saying that I found was actually Alexa, do the dishes, but I have a Google Home, so of course I had to change that to Google. And so what I'm using is the sign I got at a yard sale a long time ago, and I'm finally redoing it. I just gave it 3 coats of Ivory chalk paint, and I did paint a little bit of the back too, just so you couldn't see it. If for some reason it was turned to the side or something, I didn't want you to be able to see that. And I painted the sides as well. Alright, so once again, I actually stenciled some letters off of my tablet, and I just did all the letters one time, so that's why it didn't read out all the way. But I'm just going to shade the back of all the letters once again and start stenciling them onto the sign. And then once I do that, obviously I will paint it with ink by Waverly. So I know that my letters look really bad right here, but what I do after I get them all done is I go back in with some Ivory and, make them straighter and fix them so they look good. Alright, so now I'm just going to place a little bit of hot glue and wrap these on both sides 3 times. So then I noticed that I had actually did this upside down. I do not know how this happened, but it did. So I'm just going to hot glue down that stand because I didn't want to take it off so that if I do redo this, I can fix it, and still have that stand there. But I'm going to show you how you can make your sign stand up. You're just going to place 2 blocks on both sides, and you could actually place another block on top like I just showed you. Mine didn't actually need that support, but you can add that on there if your sign needs more stability. So I'm just going to paint those both with the ivory. So this is how DIY number 2 turned out. I think it's so cute and so funny. I wish that I could just be like, hey Google, wash the dishes. Oh, how amazing would that be if that was possible? Unfortunately, it's not, so let's move on to DIY number 3. So this is definitely my favorite DIY out of the 3. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. I got some inspiration from Pinterest. I actually found 2 inspirations and combined those 2 to get this. So you're going to need a dinner tray table. I don't know what they're called, so that's what we're going to call it for this video. But so my fiance got this from a side job that he did, and that's how I got this. So I'm just going to give it 5 coats of ivory chalk paint. I couldn't believe it took so many coats of paint. I actually have to wait until I can go get more paint to do the table because it came with 2. I have to wait to paint that because it took literally so much paint to paint this table. Alright, so I'm just going to finish painting the top of this and then I'll show you what we're going to do next in just a minute. So I did just want to point out that I did leave in a lot of the painting for this video because you guys said that you do enjoy watching it. So yeah, I decided to go ahead and leave in a lot of the painting for this video. So I'm just taking a tape measure and I'm going to measure down to the middle of the leg and then decided I want it 2 inches above the screw. So that's where I measured the lines to. And actually I did this so wrong. If you're going to do this, you need to collapse the table in order to get all 4 of the legs even. You can watch what I'm doing and kind of copy what I'm doing, but do it with the table collapsed. So, and if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask me in the comments because I love answering you guys' questions. I love hearing from you guys. So this is how it looked after I marked off all the places that I needed to mark. And now I'm just using some masking tape and I'm going to put some tape below the top line and then below the bottom line. So this is what it looked like after I had all the tape on. And now I am going to continue to paint the rest of the table down to the top of the first piece of tape. So now I'm just going to remove the first or top piece of tape on all 4 legs, and I thought this would be kind of satisfying for you guys to watch, so I did leave in a piece of that for you to watch. So now using Elephant by Waverly, I'm going to paint in where the white stops all the way down to the top of the bottom piece of tape, and I'll do this to all 4 legs. And I think I ended up giving it 3 coats of paint. And I did have some issues with getting the lines perfectly straight, so I ended up just having to do with what I had, and then I'll have to go back later and fix that. I also left out doing the polyacrylic for this video, but just so you know, if you do a table like this, you will need to use some sort of protectant for it. So I put 5 doilies on, 1 in the middle and 4 on each corner, and I'm actually going to stencil around the whole middle doily, and then I'll just do part of the doilies that are on the edge. So look how beautiful this looks in the center. I was obsessed with how that looked in the middle. Alright, so I'm just going to continue to stencil on all 4 of the corner doilies. And I want to express to you guys how much I enjoyed using these doilies as stencils. They were almost impossible to mess up. And I will definitely be using more doilies in the future to stencil with. So yeah. So I'm just going to continue or finish doing that, and then we'll be back. So now I'm just going to remove all 4 of the doilies, and I left this in because I thought it would be sort of satisfying, but also you guys need to make sure that if you use these doilies, to make sure that there's not little pieces of paper left behind, because I did see that a few times. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I would love to have you subscribe and turn on that bell. Leave me a comment and let me know which is your favorite DIY, and share it with all your friends and family. Thanks so much for watching, you guys.